Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. It is finally here. The moment you have been waiting for since the launch of Modern Warfare has finally arrived. Now calm down, we don't want any Black Friday tramplings here. But it is here. The Tamagotchi is finally in Modern Warfare. What? You thought this was going to be about Warzone? Don't be ridiculous. So it is Tuesday, and as you guys know, Tuesday is update day for Modern Warfare, and today we did not get a full title update, but rather just a small playlist update. There's not a ton of crazy changes in this update, but there's definitely some things you're going to want to know about. First of all, there is of course playlist updates, which happen every single Tuesday. On top of that, there is new store items, including the Tamagotchi, which don't panic, we'll get into. And then finally, there is also some weapon updates as well to individual weapons and attachments that are pretty damn interesting and are actually going to really change up one individual weapon. So that is everything that we're going to go over in today's video. The other cool thing about Tuesdays, if you didn't already know, is that I like to live stream over on Twitch. So if you want to check it out, it'll be the first link down in the description. And what I've been doing every single Tuesday is an open lobby. So it actually gives you the opportunity, no matter what console you're on, Xbox, PC, or PS4, you can play with me because of crossplay. So if you want to play some games with me or just check out the live stream, it'll be the first link down in the description, and the stream will be live as soon as this video goes up. So I think it's clear we need to start with the most important thing this week, which is of course the store items. So this week we got 3 different bundles, the first of which is the .41 Action Express. This one is a actually relatively small bundle. The first thing we have is a new weapon variant for the Uzi. It's pretty straightforward. It's got a pretty basic camo, nothing else to it. And then you also get a calling card and an emblem with it. That is it. And it is 1,200 COD points. A relatively small bundle compared to everything else we've seen within the store. Also, we have Retro Gamer, another pretty small bundle. This one with 2 weapon blueprints. The first of which I believe is for the Ram 7 here, which is, in my opinion, the best weapon currently in the game. So it's good to see some variants for that. Although it's a relatively basic variant. Basically, the only thing that's different is there's some stickers on this weapon, and the trigger is red. And then after that, we also have a new pistol blueprint, and then finally a weapon charm and an emblem. But then the big daddy, the big one that everyone has been waiting for literally since before launch, the Tamagotchi watch. Now, the downside to this one is it doesn't really come with anything else other than the watch. There's a spray, calling card, emblem, but really nothing else, just the watch. The question is, how exactly does this watch work? It doesn't. So I guess I shouldn't say that because I don't know 100% for sure, but if you look at the description of the watch, it says that an egg that eventually turns into a monster. And I tested several different things. I went on a 15 kill streak, nothing happened to the egg. I got 80 kills in a game, nothing happened to the egg. So it's not based off of kills. I mean, it could be based off of simply time played wearing the watch, but in the minimal time that I actually got to use this thing, I couldn't figure it out. So if you have any idea of how this watch actually works, let me know down in the comments, because as of right now, I have no idea. Wait up, everybody, hold the phone. So the game after that 80 kill game, I went into a random match, and at the very beginning of the game, it evolved. I don't know how or what I did. I'm guessing it's based off of either XP earned or time played. It was after my 80 kill game, so I don't know if that had something to do with it. But as of right now, I don't know how it works, but it does evolve after some time played. Moving on to the actual playlist update, the first thing you're going to notice is that Giant Infected is gone, which was kind of surprising because it was taken away for part of last week, but once again, it is not there. After this, we now have Shoot the Ship, once again, which is, of course, Shipment and Shoot House, so no longer is Rust involved with these 2 maps, which I'm not going to lie, I'm going to kind of miss. After this, we also have 1v1 Me Bro, which is now on other maps other than just Rust. So as you're going to see here, this is on Atrium. This is a gunfight map. So I actually think this is a really good use of gunfight maps. Putting them into 1v1s, making people be able to play against each other. The other thing you'll notice is UAV is always on. So it's a normal sweeping UAV, and it happens at your normal UAV length. I like this. First of all, it makes it so people can't camp. It speeds up the game, and I like that this is on gunfight maps as well. All in all, I think this is a great update. I would also love to see 1v1 gunfight come eventually, but we'll have to wait to see if that actually happens. After this, there is once again 3v3 gunfight. This time, it's just your regular gunfight. It's not snipers only or anything like that, so we've kind of seen this before. And then finally, we have boots on the ground war, except this time, it's not in realism, it's in regular core. If you guys remember last week's update video, I actually asked for this. It was in realism last week. I really wanted to see this in core, and they brought it. And I'm super glad that they did, because in my opinion, this is better than the normal ground war. Now, let me explain myself, because it is different than the normal ground war. It's way less chaotic, which I personally like, but you still can get a ton of kills. The thing I will say is that the way that it's set up is that the only vehicles allowed are ones that get you from point A to point B. So ATVs and that little dune buggy vehicle. There is no helicopters. And this is actually, in my opinion, sometimes a bad thing. For example, we played Dvorsk, and the only way to get up on top of roofs was to either go up an elevator or climb like 16 sets of stairs, which is a little annoying. Now, I see why they didn't put helicopters in. It's called Boots on the Ground Ground War. It would be pretty weird if there was helicopters. But I think on certain maps, helicopters could work, like Dvorsk. But on River Quarry or Karast, whatever you want to call it, I think it's actually good that there is no helicopters on the map. So I don't know where this game mode is going. I don't know if it's a game mode that's going to be here forever. Personally, I really like it. I will actually play this more than normal ground war, but I'm curious to see whether this continues, stays around or not, because personally, I really, really like it. So let me know what you think of it down in the comments. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Now after this, we have our weapon fixes. So the main weapon that actually got adjusted is the Uzi. So the first thing they did is they simply sped up the sprint out time. So there is now a faster sprint out time. It is clear between the last two patches, they are trying to make the Uzi better. Pretty straightforward. But there's also two new attachments for this weapon. The first of these two new attachments is the .41 AE 32 round mags, and this one is going to improve your damage and improve your range for a trade-off of recoil control. As long as this doesn't add too much recoil, this is actually a really, really good trade-off, as the fire rate on this weapon is already low, so to add more damage, it actually might make this gun a little bit viable. On top of that, the other new thing is the FSS Carbine Pro Barrel. Once again, this improves the damage range, bullet velocity, but also helps out with recoil control. So these two attachments put together are almost making this weapon a little bit behave like an assault rifle, which is pretty interesting out of an Uzi. Now, there were also two updates from last week's update that weren't implemented until today. The first of which was increased close and mid-range damage for the AK's 545 by 39mm round mags. This is now implemented today, so the AK with those rounds has extra range. And then the second one is reduced recoil with the SA87 12.4 factory barrel. So those two are updated as of today. They are working properly now. And then finally, I have to mention it. I'm sure there's going to be questions about it in the comments. The classified mode. Is Warzone out yet? Is there any new updates on it? Not really. I would say that the little tab that's there looks a little bit more blue than last week. It flashes blue a little bit more often. But other than that, there is absolutely nothing. The question is, when is Warzone or this classified mode actually going to come out? I don't know. But what I do know is that it probably is going to be coming out on a Tuesday. They launch almost every single thing that they launch on a Tuesday. It could also possibly be on a Friday, because that's when Call of Duty or Activision likes to launch games, but it's probably going to be on an update on a Tuesday. Whether that's next week or the week after, I currently don't know, but all of those March 3rd rumors you were hearing about, absolutely not true, not coming out today, so I guess we just wait. But here's what I will say. It seems like things are slowing down in Season 2. It seems like there's really not much left for them to add in. They've already added in Ground War Infected, these different gunfight modes, tournaments. So what is left for the rest of the season? I'm sure there's going to be one or two more maps added into multiplayer, but there hasn't been anything announced about that, and I don't see that coming anytime soon. So what this tells me is we've got to be close to Warzone, or at least a couple weeks away. So I'm guessing it's going to be soon. Just, I don't have a date. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is everything in today's update. It was mainly a playlist update, a couple new things in the store, and a small little bit of weapons tuning as well. But I'm curious, what do you guys think of today's update? I actually think, for not being a title update, pretty solid update, but like I said before, let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, as always, if you did enjoy the video, you found it informative, it is always appreciated if you hit that like button. And if you're new here, like what you see, and want to stay up to date on all my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you have notifications on. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
Listen.